And more. So I guess to sum it up, it's an experience I never want to give up, Damien. Despite the ups and downs and twists and turns. I almost certainly never guessed that the new student would have been such a wrench in the works. To get so tangled up with Olivia, me and everyone else. And me? I was in a bad situation, I'm not anymore. Taking everything so set emotion from day one, huh? Yeah, I'm grateful. Thanks. Yo, Olivia! I'm going around the table and ask you for your input one last time. What do you think? We are like 500 lines away from the finish line. We can do this. We can do this. She stops brushing and looks me in the eye before turning all the way with a smile. About the new human student waltzing in and wrecking our ways of life. I'm currently relaxing as a fancy-as-hell beach resort with some of my favorite people. One of which I thought I'd never be friends with again. We're not going to show any of that, though, or how we reconcile Yatakon's death, because this fucking story doesn't work like that anymore. All thanks to my boyfriend. She looks back to me. They just did Snook Game again, didn't they? You did good, soldier. And Damien, I really appreciate you for always trying to include me. Damien brushes the back of his head. He's got nothing to say for once. For me, the conversation drifts from topic to topic. Liz, in particular, got into a bragging competition with Ben when she talked about the colleges he was applying to. And he rebutted with his own lofty goals. Damien pretended to moderate the whole debate before declaring them both as eggheads. Olivia joins in sometimes, but the most fun was on her own. Focus was on her own little project. Ben busts out a poker set he brought with him, complete with chips. As the sun gets closer and closer to the setting, we all enjoy the evening. The sun's nearly set. The rest of the pizza's nearly out, and Ben's run out to get more soda and chips. Oh, this song. I like the song a lot. It's got a real contemplative vibe to it, I guess you could say. Yeah, we're currently fighting off some zombies. It's fine. I look out over the balcony to the city below, forming different plans for what we could do tomorrow. Possibilities are endless, aren't they? Behind me, I hear Liz chuckling to herself as she clacks the poker chips she had drained from us into neat stacks. As it would turn out, she has an unbeatable poker face because she fucking just makes it go all the way up there. You can't see it anymore. Match after match, she'd sharked the whole table. Wait, what if when she was stretching her neck, she was... Something tugs at my sleeve. Hey. Yo, come here. I'm led by the sleeve to another of the lawn chairs, which Olivia sets me down. Takes another moment to look at me, even goes so far as to adjust my legs for some reason. When she seems satisfied with my position, Olivia lifts herself right into my lap with the use of her arms and tail, wiggling herself around until her back is pressed firmly against my chest. Oh, what's all this about? Her tail wraps around my chest, securing herself to me. Finishing touches. Look. Looky-loo! She points to the propped-up easel. I got the hiccups. I need Wawa. Sorry. Finally, I can see what she was working on. It's impressive how she managed to draw a villa. She's been working on this for quite some time, and the piece looks complete already. I start to ask what she means by the finishing touches when she places the brush in my hand. Inco, help me finish it. Her voice is soft and inviting, and her hand covers mine gently. How could I ever consider resisting? Ah, magnifique. What? No, keep going. All right. While she said keep going, I started to feel her hand guiding my gentle strokes. Slowly, the beautiful painting reaches completion, and all the while, Liv and I bask in each other's hold. My chin rests atop her chair. She tries to concentrate. Her tail slithers and coils around my wrist, keeping me close as possible. Sadly, we're losing sunlight, and the painting won't be able to dry overnight with how humid it is. It looks fantastic, Olivia. I know. I just want to keep going, though. In the morning, then, okay? She grumbles to herself, but I feel her head nod. I try to move my leg, only for her chill to constrict a bit too tight for comfort. Stay. What about... Stay. She'd already placed her palette and brush aside, leaning back heavily against me. I'll stay, but the painting should be put up. This Gator says later. Right now we cuddle. Is there any pizza left? Yeah, we saved some since we didn't want to interrupt your moment. Shut up. I'm allowed to have this. Liz giggles into her hand. And how the fuck does she do that? A pizza pan is brought over. A circle is formed around it. Olivia basks in the delicious taste, chomping down on the last few slices with a big smile. I nearly bumped something off the table. It's Olivia's sketchbook. Hey, Olivia! Remember back on the second day of school? Playing that drawing game in Mrs. Prockling's class? Yeah. I think that was the first big thing that drew us together. I think you're right. It was? Oh yeah, it's like the first choice, right? God, it's been so long since I've looked at the guide or anything. Yeah, the first choice you make that matters is the Gator Skater. Holy shit, what is all this? Someone wrote a fucking essay analyzing the whole story? Yeah, we're gonna read this when we're done. There's this game the other students would play, passing a note around and doodling on it together. Oh, that. I never got to participate. I just keep passing it along. I'd always draw a dick. I kind of want to do it again. Like a little send-off to our year at St. Hammond. You're corny. Nevertheless, she picks up the sketchbooks and passes it to me. Yeah, I want to draw what I'll remember the year by, mostly. Jeez, there's too much to pick from. Let me start then. Hand it over this way. Sure. Ben gets the pad and starts scribbling something down. In the meantime, Liz pipes up. So, any plans yet? She looks towards Olivia just as she finishes the final slice. Well, Benner insists I should get some fancy diploma or another, just for the sake of it. So probably one of the nearby schools then, just for a bit. I meant for tomorrow. Though I could help you find one if you want. I got a couple of acceptance letters. Actually, I got one too. It wasn't anything really amazing, truthfully. At least I wouldn't have to worry about student debts to my parents. If your parents wouldn't foot the bill with how rich they are, you should fucking leave right there and then, buddy. Ben passes the sketchbook to Damien. No, Dex. I know, jeez. The only dick here is for you, and that's worse. How about you, Ben? You going straight to school after summer? Ben is American Psycho. Well, he hums to himself. He stares off into the distance. I was thinking of taking a few months off. A close friend has a vacancy in a backpacking trip, starting next month. Lunara. You know that she's trans, according to one guy who was fired, and it's not canon in any way, shape, or form? She said it'd be good for me. I figured I'd consider my future. After all, I've seen more in the world. Sounds romantic, dude. Should tell Lunari how you feel during it, man. Damien. He grins and points finger guns. They should have given him a finger guns pick. Oh, man. All you going right back to school? I'm just gonna find a job or something. Oh, no. Without some help, Damien. No, and you just end up working as a sign spinner or something. Hey, sign spinning looks fun. Liz finally gives Olivia the sketchbook. From anything I can see, it's really filling up. No peeking. Bleh. She makes quick work of a sketch. The circle's finally complete when I get the sketchbook back. Pick something good to finish it off, right? Oh my god, look at Ben. Holy shit. Who drew this? Oh, that's probably Liz, because Liz is implied to be a good artist. Look at Vinny. Look at the arcade. Look at Ben and Inco taking pics. Man, I love that Liz. I love that Liz. Look at her. Look at that big old snoot. Look at that big boopable snoot. The sketch is like a little scrapbook from our time at St. Hammond. Ben had drawn our brief gig as the Otacons apprentice. Well, he drew pretty fucking good. Damien tried his best depicting the arcade trip, and Liz chose to depict her dance with Damien. I knew it was going to come up eventually. Now's not the time the fan says, holy shit, look at that. Jesus, that's gotta be so much strain. Olivia, in turn, drew our dance alongside it. Boy, do I have some competition here. Alright, one last drawing. Let's see. Really? No. No, I'm not humoring this bullshit. My drawing draws the rest, and look over the whole thing once more. Cute, I think you've just gotten a little better. I just want to keep this one. So yours. You can totally not choose to take that and still get this ending, so... We'll keep talking about our senior year, what comes next for some time. Finally, the sun has set and the moon has risen, framing the balcony perfectly for what I was hoping for. I motioned for Olivia, so she'd finally let me stand, but she reluctantly does. Standing and stretching, I feel the pins and needles on my legs slowly fade as I walk to the corner of the balcony. Oh, reliable. I was taking hundreds of pictures with this bad boy. And none of them seem to have noticed it here, thankfully, as I looked again at the chattering group on the balcony. My friends. Why is Ben here? Somehow, I think this picture will mark the precise end of one point in our lives and the start of another. When the game starts. Maybe that's what all pictures do. I made quick work of everything to set it up just right. The angle, the settings, everything. Yep, it's time. Hey, everyone. Heads turn. Olivia rolls her eyes but smiles, seeing I'm up to old tricks. I see where this is going. All right, just one. Thanks. I got a feel this is going to be a keeper. Damien adjusts the seating to bring Liz closer to him. The focus, f-stop, and ISO are ideal. No worries about motion blur or anything. I quickly go sit right by Olivia. Yeah, he probably learned a lot. If only we had a scene where him and... embracing her in a similar way. How do we know it's done? It's not on a timer. I got a switch here. Oh, so on cheese? Sure. Actually. Better yet, I just thought of something. Just for Olivia. We were talking about this earlier. I tell them what I thought up. Olivia's brow furrows defiantly. That's lame. Please don't. My camera. Just this one time, all right? You got it. Everyone ready? Once more I'm enveloped in Olivia's arms and tail, and I can feel her joy and annoyance radiate from her more brilliantly than the last rays of sunlight. All eyes took to my DSLR in the corner. Smiles adorning faces from the prospect of this moment being immortalized forever. Like, I honestly don't really feel all that much friendship between Liz anyway. It's really just feels like Damien. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind to friendship. I just don't feel it. Like, I specifically replayed the entire game so that I would have some more mental context for Ending 4, and I'm just not feeling it. Ending 3 feels so much better in all the wrong ways. I like the ways that make me feel a little dirty. That I like it. Here's to the future, yeah. And for good fortunes to come. Also, again, slightly off-model Liz. She looks different. She looks a bit more mascot-y than here, where she looks more, you know... Like, the little art style differences are always so noticeable because you see these guys the whole goddamn time in the same coloration, rarely ever with any overlay. So when they change at all, it's like... This is where the budget went in this tiny picture in the fucking corner of the frame. Why did they put a glass of water there, too? Just one, though. Even though they were drinking explicitly soda from a mini cooler, they could have put in the frame instead. And all the good friends we've made. It's just a picture, don't make it weird. I think it's a bit more than that. 3, 2, where? Why isn't Inco holding the remote? Seriously. 1. Really? You're doing a title drop as your last line? We did it! I gotta be honest. I don't like this game anymore. But maybe I'll get over myself in a week or so. Let me be clear, right? When I finished Ending 4 in Snoot Game, I felt something, and I loved it. When I did the same in Night in the Woods, I felt something, and it was great. Here, I'm like, eh. I think we'll save this for next time, because I know there's like an epilogue and everything. Oh, this is the epilogue. What? We'll do that later. Why is this the button, though? I have to play the epilogue. I'm legally not allowed to do otherwise. I have not yet seen everything the game has to offer, but I did get a secret achievement. The game was like, hey, you gotta know about this, buddy. Apparently there's still some art to get. There's a bunch of animations. Why is this one last, though? Oof, took a minute to load that one. I don't know if this is better than Snoot Game. Them not doing the aquarium thing where they just have this... I don't know. I feel like there's a good linear story in here somewhere that I would prefer to see over the multiple endings. I love that it knew that I drew nothing and it didn't even bother. But listen, I gotta be honest. I don't like the game all that much in the end. I think Snoot Game was really the flash in the pan. It might have been Snoot Game that ruined me, but considering that I had a good time with Mojob, considering I had a fantastic time with Snoot Game itself, with some of the mods, I really, really think that Wani Gator just isn't for me. Like, something about Snoot Game had the spice, you know. It was sassy. It was a 4chan game, and it was willing to be that, and it was something new and refreshing. And the mods had their own little character. Puppet Pals was just incredible. But this just... I think what best exemplifies it is that the bad ending is just, like, bad. It's just a bad ending. But it doesn't have the pizzazz of Snoot Game, where all the bad endings feel like a big thing, and the ending 3 is like this goofy wish fulfillment. I don't know. They ran out of ideas. Would you mind explaining what they mean they ran out of ideas? Because I do feel that this feels like Snoot Game again, and that's not a great thing to do. All right, let me go. Let me cut the recording here because they don't need to see anything else. Recording people, hello. We're gonna do the epilogue soon. Don't worry. Actually, this is not the end. So yeah, recording people. Don't worry about this. I'm gonna look at the analysis. I'll record the analysis. Why not?